Hey, what is going on, guys? So we are, what is it? 5 weeks down. Hold on one second. We are 1 year, 4 weeks down. I had to turn off this microphone a little bit, but today I just wanted to show you guys where I am currently at and tell you why it is best to always have funding options your for your Amazon automated business, so that you're not in the situations that I am in right now, which is not horrible. It's just kind of shaky. It's kind of rocky, and it's not ideal. All right, no one wants to go through this. That's why I'm shooting these videos so that I can potentially help you guys out. If you're setting up an Amazon store of your own, especially an automated store, it's completely hands free, minus the funding. You need the funding to be in order. But check this out. All right. So what that says is exactly what it says: $102,362.99 in total sales. Of course, we made anywhere from 7 to 10% profit margins, and that was because of some hiccups in software, some hiccups in the system, and we dropped below that 10% dollar mark. But before that, we were hitting 10% as average, and we were making that. So that's about, what is that, $10,000 in profit. Um, we've had $1,287 in total sale, or yeah, 1,287 total sales of our items, and a total of 280 items being returned, roughly. Each sale item was going for about $79.54. So, with all that being said, I'm going to jump into why it is so important to make sure you're on top of your store stuff. So, right now, my account is at risk for deactivation. I'll show you it. This shows the month of August, so we haven't had any sales because we had to put it in, what do you call it, vacation mode, because I wasn't able to fulfill the orders. So they temporarily put it in vacation mode. We haven't had any sales for this month, and our account is at risk for deactivation, as you can see up there. Um, which they are kind of being a little lenient for COVID, but they still have expectations of you, getting your customers to buy your stuff, and you're actually able to send it out. So my order defect rate is above the 1%, which is what is allowed. I'm trying to rush in a whole bunch of orders, to try to even that out and to not get screwed over and get deactivated. But that is a very big potential that could happen. And the reason why is because when I transferred over from team members, I didn't think they were gonna, you know, scale my store as quick as they did. They did, and I did not have money to spend on funding the store because I was just trying to survive. As many of you can see, with everything going on, a lot of funds are being used for survival for a lot of us, and so I had to take away some income to be able to use for my business. Payability took forever to pay me out, which they finally paid me $5,000 out. I was able to pay off my card, and keep rocking and keep going, right? But the reality of it is, if you are not careful with your store, you hit that order defect rate too high, you're at risk of being deactivated. Deactivation means Amazon can come in. They can either, one, they can suspend your store, or two, they can totally deactivate it, which means you are not allowed to be on their platform with that LLC ever again. They just kick you off. They say, since you didn't hold up our standards of quality service or quality of service, we will not be able to keep you as a seller on our system. So it's very, very important to make sure your account funding is underway, right? Very, very important. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I mean, we had the same thing last week on the amount of sales, total sales. We probably, yep, we have the same exact thing: 690 active items and a total of 745 items. Nothing's changed, right? They haven't been able to grow anything. They haven't been able to scale anything because I did not provide them the income to do that. So I feel like a jerk, because my store has just been sitting in limbo, uh, and it's just been ridiculous. So, with that being said, if you go into Amazon automation, if you switch service providers, and your service providers say they're going to get you up over 100,000 a month, don't question them. Just know they're going to crank up the heat, and you have to be ready for it. And so I was not ready for it. I wasn't ready, like I just wasn't, and I should have been. So that is one big takeaway I would say that anyone getting started can have, is to have a plan of growth. If you don't have a plan of growth, ultimately you could put your account health at risk, and you could ultimately lose that Amazon store, and not be able to sell and make a consistent, hands-off, profitable income. So, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much my update. I've been doing a lot of different things. I'm chief marketing officer for a company right now that's like at the beginning stages. They're going to be super, super huge within the next year to 5 years, 1 to 5 years. And so I'm helping them out a lot, and hopefully trying to make a good amount of income myself from doing that, especially with the difficult times with my store, difficult times with, I can't find a job even if I wanted to. So literally this is the best option, and I actually enjoy it because it's very entrepreneurial. So with that being said, like, I will still show you the progression of my store. Hopefully this week my team can put out the sales. The other issue we're running into is they're putting out the sales. The cards like asking me, is this a real charge? Is this a valid charge? I have to say yes. That slows down their production of being able to purchase items, because now they have to wait to purchase it again. Because after so many items, they're just like, oh, this isn't a valid charge. And then they send me a text from my bank saying, oh, is this actually you making this purchase? So, pain in the butt. They know the IP addresses of trusted places. So that's why that happens. It's good for your security. It's bad if you have a team that is running your stuff for you, because they get caught up with only charging a handful of items before they get blocked or flagged. So I got to reach out to my bank. I got to get that squared away. And my team, they're really have put my store to the back burner, because why? I spent like 3 weeks trying to get them money. They can't do anything, like, what's the rush of them running in and taking care of my store when I didn't take care of it in the first place? We had over $10,000 in sales, and a lot of things had to be returned. A lot of things did not go out fast enough, so they had to be returned. And so, with all that being said, you don't want to get there. You don't want to be in that frustrating situation. Definitely know what you are doing. Know where you're going with your funding. Plan out how you can scale up to 100,000 or more a month. And so I still think Amazon automation is the best business to start now, because we have made back all but like $3,000 of our money in profit, because we used some money from taxes, extra money that we got, and then we also used some money that we made in profits to put towards our business, so that when we do break even, $3,000 more to go, we break even. Now we have a profitable business every single month. And usually if you buy into a franchise, you buy into other business models, you buy into anything else, it takes years upon years to get a return on your investment, right? This returned in 100% return on investment, hopefully within, the first 12 to 13 months, right? That I've been doing this, and that is just, amazing. We've transferred from 3 different companies. If we stayed with one company the whole time, which I wish I could have, but it's better I didn't, because the services and then the visions of the second company that was doing amazing, changed. They're going a different option, different route. Of course, they have to be very smart about what they're doing, because it is COVID. They don't want to, honestly end up in a bad financial situation because they went down a path they shouldn't have. And so, and so that's what happened. And now I'm with an amazing company that's going to be able to scale my store to 15 to 25% profit margins, and then I will make 30% until I pay out another 10,000 to do a 50-50 commission split. But either way, I will still be making more than what my store was making, even at 30% commission. So with all that being said, like, that's great, everything's awesome, but literally you have to be aware of your funding. You have to be aware of what you're going to use for your business, or else you're going to run into a problem like I am, which is potentially being deactivated or suspended, which I've gone through that process before. And, you know, you can get unsuspended, but it's all in Amazon's hand at that time. They can choose whether they're going to keep you on. They can choose whether they want to kick you to the curb and not let you sell on their platform. Also, with COVID, there's a lot of people gone. So we're going to try to dip below that 1% order defect rate percentage, so that we don't even run into those issues of suspension or deactivation. So wish us the best. Keep us in your prayers, because we could really use them at this time, especially with our store potentially being suspended. Amazon's taking for freaking ever to get anything taken care of. So with that being said, guys, I really do hope you took something away from this video. I really hope you got value from it. If you did, drop a like down below. If you think someone else will find value from it, share it, because it makes me smile like I am right now. Yeah, if you want to get started, if you're like, hey, I would love to start my own automation service, or, you know, buy into an automation service, done for you service that someone else is managing, you have the ability to do that, right? With the company I'm with, you won't be doing drop shipping. You will be doing FBA, which is wholesale, which is fulfillment by Amazon, right? And they're going to keep it in because that's going to keep your account super healthy. And then after that, they can, you know, unleash whatever they want and scale your store to the moon. And that's what is super cool. They also have different options for Shopify stores. They have options for where you sell items to Walmart, and Walmart sells them, and they're making huge amounts of profits, like 25 and up percentage profit margins, and they're doing the same thing. So they have a lot of different options. If you already have an Amazon store that's hurting, right? You have a drop shipping store that's hurting. Your old service provider is neglecting you. Reach out to me, and they will literally clear it up. Definitely have your funding in order before you do. Don't do what I did. It's very dumb. But reach out to me, and I can help you get connected so that you can get a store up and running and going, get it profitable, and then you can have a excess income of money just flowing in. You know, it's very smart to have not all your eggs in one basket, but in multiple different places. So yeah, well, you're probably asking questions. I know. The first one I'm sure you're asking is, Tobias, you were getting a 70-30 split before. How come you are making more money now, or with this service provider at 30% than you would be with the other? Well, the other service provider only scaled up my store to $40,000 once, and then they had to tone it back. Now, I'm sure they could have went more. I'm sure they could have done more, but I didn't have the finances to scale that high. So I was only profiting right around $1,000 a month, and then with payability, they took 2% of that, so of my total sales. So I was only taking home like $500 to $800 every single month in profits, to pay towards my card to get down to that $0 ratio, or that $0 of debt for my company ratio, you know. And so that was what I was focusing on. But with this company, they can get me over $100,000 in sales per month at a 15 to 20% profit margin, which before I was getting anywhere from 5 to 10, just due to issues with automation, all that crap, right, that we had to deal with. I'm going to do the math on my screen for you. 100,000, let's just say it's 100,000 times 0.15, right, at 15%. That is $15,000, okay? That is profits, okay? Now, after I pay my team 70%, I'm going to keep 30. That's 0.3, okay? It's $4,500. So I will make $4,500. Now let's just minus payability just for the heck of it, right? Which they're going to take 2%. minus $2,000. $2,500 in my pocket per month. That is so much better than making $800 from, getting however many sales I got, because the profitability wasn't consistent. Now, if I got, let's say, 25% profit margins, which I know like some of you guys like numbers if you're on this page. I love them. I love seeing the actual numbers of how much money I can make per month passively, right? So 25%, that's $25,000, times that by 0.3, that is $7,500 in profit, okay? Now, I will still pay the same fee, because why? Because payability only charges per the amount. They don't charge you if you're making a 25% profit margin. They just charge you on how many your total sales were. So it's very, very lucrative if you're making 15 to 25% in profits, because you're not paying as much to payability, which is a huge crutch, right? So we'll minus that $2,000. It's $5,500 in your pocket. That is like almost a full-time income just from a 30% profit split compared to your company making 70. Now, of course, if you're ever in that position, you will want to go ahead and just kick out an extra $10,000 to that company to get your 50-50 split, because instead of making that, whatever it is, that $7,500 from a 25% profit margin, you're going to make $12,500 per month, which will keep $10,000 in your pocket if you can't fund it all yourself, if you're using payability, okay? And then the same sense, it will help you, instead of getting $7,500, right? You're going to instead of getting a 15% profit margin, I can't speak right now, right? 15% profit margin is $15,000, right? Instead of making $4,500, you will make $7,500. So now you're actually profiting the $5,500 every single month. Okay? So that is why it is so lucrative to go with this company that I'm with now. And they're not only scaling stores to what? 100,000 a month. They're scaling it up to 200, 300, 400, all the way up to 800,000 a month, right? With those same profit margins. So that is why it is so lucrative. That is why it's so insane. Even if you stayed for free, didn't pay anything, and made 30% profit margins, you're still making a killing because they're going to scale you up to wherever you want to go. And so that is why this service provider is so much better than the other one, is because I was only selling 10 to 40,000. With that, I would make like $500 to $800 altogether in profits. The new company I'm with, you can make at bare minimum probably like $2,500. That's if you're paying payability, that $2,000 for using their services, all the way up to $7,500 at 30%, right? Completely free. When you do the 50-50 split of the profits, that's where things go bonkers, right? $7,500 per month, all the way up to $12,500 per month, just off of $100,000 in sales. And they have huge reputation of providing their clients anywhere from like 150 and up in their total sales per month. So keep that in mind if you want to get started. If you want to change your service provider from wherever the heck you're with that is not making you enough money, let me know. I will hook you up to the exact person I talked to, and he will help you get started immediately. And just be ready to scale, because sky's the limit with this company. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, let's go out there, let's revive our lives together, let's get it done, and until